Oh, hi. Okay, I'm gonna test this thing out. It looks like it's the live feature here on YouTube, and I thought I'd give it a try and see how it's like and what's going on. There's a chat box on the right-hand side here so that anybody watching can pop in and say something. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update of what's going on right now. It is March 22nd, 2018. I'm still alive. I know I have another video where I say that. Yes, I'm still alive. Yeah, we had a good winter. It's still winter. I'll give you guys a look at outside here. That is the deck outside of our patio doors here. And, you know, it's still darn cold out here in Calgary. It's a little frustrating, actually. I know some people that have ridden consecutively like 40 months in a row, which is amazing. But for me, I've put the bikes away, and they've been away since end of October, I believe. I got really cold real quick. I was part of something that was pretty cool, though, before we put the bikes away. There's a movie called Valerie Film, and the director is actually someone I went to high school with. And he asked if I wanted to be part of that movie. It's an indie film that is, let's put the camera here. It's an indie film that is about a motorcycle girl gang. And there's a bunch of actors in it. And I got to do the motorcycle portion for one of the actors. So kind of like a stunt rider, I suppose, but certainly didn't get paid. It was a volunteer basis item, or it's a volunteer basis. Yeah, it's not a porn. Squid RR 508 says, is it a porn? It sounds like I was leading to something that sounded like a porn, but it's not. It's just an indie film that someone locally was doing. And there's a bunch of girls who are in a biker gang. And so they made a call for any local riders who are female that want to be part of it. And that was pretty cool. And I can't wait to see how that comes together and how Alex, the director, ends up editing the film and what it ends up turning out to be like. Hopefully it's really good. You never know what's gonna happen when you take opportunities like this. You sign a waiver saying if you get injured or anything damaged, it's not their fault. So it's just kind of like one of those for fun projects that I got myself involved in. So that was at the end of October when it was getting really cold. So they were trying to pack in as much as they could for filming outdoor scenes before it got too cold. And it was super cold, actually, while we did that. So it was really pushing it. Both the bikes, the Street Triple and Thruxton, are going to both be in there. I've posted some photos on my Facebook page when that was happening. If you look up Cherry Blossoms on Facebook, you can see my page there. Or on Instagram, RozCB, RozCeebee. I'll type that here on the side chat box here. Is my Instagram. Yeah, so I did that film. So yeah, I'm not gonna be in the film myself, like my face, but myself riding. Both Streety and Thruxty will be in there. That was a really cool opportunity. Yeah, holidays came and went. That was really fun. I spent some time away this last year. We went to BC, British Columbia, for a month and a bit more. We have a trailer and we took both bikes out there and really, just take a break from all the technology. Tabitha Tanija from Brazil. Hello. Thanks for commenting in there on the side chat here and for joining in. Let's see. Didn't get any Christmas presents that were motorcycle related this year. it seems like I have as much as I really need as one person in terms of bikes and gear, stuff like that. The garage right now is really packed. There's so much stuff in there right now. I can barely get to the bikes. Normally I plug in the battery and stuff like that, but we can't even get to the bikes right now pretty much. So when it gets warm enough to ride, I'm gonna plug it in and then see what happens. Hopefully it starts really well. It might be a while before we get to ride. There have been a couple days here and there where it's melted enough that we can possibly ride, but there's a lot of gravel. And on those early melting days here, there's a lot of melt being puddles in the ground where it's just like mud. And when you drive, your car gets really dirty. Like you have to use a lot of windshield fluid, and you have to like you can barely see out the windows of your car. So for the people who are getting out early, they are getting covered in mud pretty much. Squid, you're asking what state I'm in. I am in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So I'm not in the US. I'm actually up in Canada. Yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen this year in terms of how much I'll be riding, because I guess I'm a workaholic. Like I'm always motivated and want to be working, and I am working, not to just want to be working, but I'm always working, and I don't really make that time to ride sometimes, and I'm behind on projects, or I have clients waiting for me. Why should I put that aside just to do a meetup to go for wings with motorcycle people? Like I just kind of prioritize my work and then ride when I can. And I ride to meetings. I ride to like client meetings or site visits. I'm a freelance artist. And so I just fit in riding in between all that and ride with my boyfriend. And so just the two of us is actually the most fun. Sometimes I find riding with strangers is sometimes fun. Like I don't mind it, and I loved it over the years, but it's harder to coordinate, right? And a lot of wasted time sometimes of just like meeting people, like, and then you got to wait for people, right? And then everyone has a different riding style. So I learned a lot over the years, and I just kind of like riding on our own right now. Anyway, that's what we did last year, and that's why I don't have any group rides from 2017. Did very few, but I've had a lot of group rides over the years because I've been riding since 2012. For those who don't know me very well and haven't been watching for very long, I've had my bikes since I've been riding since 2012, and I've had the Street Triple since 2014. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to switch bikes this year or anything. We're really happy with what we have, having the Street Triple and the Thruxton. They're both really steady bikes that have been really good for us. And you know what? I want to make a video for you guys sometime of, it would be kind of embarrassing, but maybe I should talk about the times where I have laid down the bike. I don't have a video on that, and it's kind of embarrassing to talk about it, but I think it happens to everybody. And that realness might resonate with people, people might be interested in seeing that or talking about it. I don't know. That's something I thought about. Like, I was riding the Thruxton just last fall after one of the film nights that we were doing that. I went to a friend's house, and I was driving off of her neighbor's driveway because it was a condo where you kind of can go up her little driveway and then do like a U-shape down a driveway. And then there was a SUV parked on the next driveway next to that. And I went up and then down. And then before I went down the curb, I lost my balance on Thruxty, and I fell over on the right-hand side. And I was really devastated. Like, here's this 500 plus pound bike, and I fell over, and it was 11 at night. And my friend, she's in one of those condo townhouses where she's up a bunch of stairs. Like, you go into the door and there's like tons of stairs. And so I rang her doorbell to see if she can help me, but she recently had a major surgery. So I wouldn't really want her to come lift a bike or anything either. So I rang her doorbell in case, just to let her know like that something bad happened. So the bike is still like on its side here, and I shut it off. I was like, the adrenaline was really high, right? I was like, oh my God, I dropped Thruxty. I felt so bad. And well, I first tried to lift it up the Harley style, where you put your butt against the seat and then you try to walk backwards. And I was kind of facing downhill a little bit. It's a very minor hill. And then I was trying to push it upwards, but it was just too heavy. I couldn't do that style. Not that I've practiced it or anything, but I tried that. And then at this time, gas was spitting out of it too, like probably the overflow. There's already gas coming out of it. So that was quite scary. And so I did a technique that I learned from GS training, from the off-road course that I've been helping with at my old work. So it's a GS training course that I've been helping for 5 years plus. And the technique we teach for picking up the bike is you turn the handlebars, you turn it to the full lock position on one direction. So if you're I don't have a bike to do a demo, but so if you have the bike laying on its side, like that, and then the handlebars are like that, you want to grab the handlebars, and then you want to lift the bike using just the handlebars. So you have one hand under the other, and then you are doing a squat pretty much. You're facing the bike, facing the handlebars directly in front of you. I wish I had my little bike model to show you guys a little demo, but I might have to make a video to show this better explanation. But I picked it up from the handlebars, and with a big, strong lift, I was able to do it by myself. And it was heavy. Like, I was thinking, like, should I knock on the neighbors' doors to get them to come help me? And I was so like embarrassed, and I was not sure what kind of person would be behind the doors too, because they're my friends' neighbors, right? So I was able to do it myself. And I looked at the damage, and the foot peg had the little nubby tiny bit that's about this big. It's a little silver bit that comes out of the foot peg. That part broke off. And then what else? I think a bit of the handlebar got scraped, and just a very minor scratch on the exhaust. But I got out pretty lucky. I just felt bad for it mostly. Yeah, I got to work on those squats. Squid says in the side chat here. Yeah, so I wanted to just pop in and say hi. Oh, wow, it's already 12 minutes. I'm going to end the video now, guys. Feel free to comment and let me know if you like this kind of freestyle chat, and maybe I'll do some more in the future. All right, thanks. See you later.